Hey guys, it's Nitrozombie and welcome back for my first full video here on the realm. I'm just going to kind of do a quick little tour of my base, show you a little bit more about it and do some maintenance things here at the base before I head over to my current project and show you around over there. So right now we're underground. Whenever I joined and Kwai Ryu let me base with her, she had settled into a village. You can see the original structures of the village here on the surface. And these are the structures that she made. This was her base up on the surface, as well as a tower that she's continually building onto. And then once I joined a couple months later, we moved down here into her mine that she was using. This is pretty much right at bedrock. We're at level 10 here. And this is the original mine right over here. And we just started hollowing out this area and kind of adding on, putting more farms down here. The idea behind this base is that we have all of these different auto farms off of this main area that are always active when we're in this area, collecting resources and just doing their thing behind the scenes. Right over here, these are the first farms that I built whenever I got here. This is Auto Pumpkin and Melon Farm. The observers observe the stem whenever it grows, and the pistons fire and just push it into the water stream, and it's collected down at the hoppers and put in some chests. Main reason that I do these first in the worlds that I play in are because they're really good to trade with villagers. Over here we have the trading hall, and we've got a bunch of farmer villagers, and all of these guys have pumpkin and melon trades. They've all been zombified and cured, so instead of 6, it's 1 per 1, and this is a really good way to bank emeralds. In early game, this is what we really used for XP as well. You get a lot of XP trading with villagers, actually. Quick little trading while I'm here. And you can see just from that little bit of trading, got over a stack of emeralds already. And quite a nice little bit of XP too. So that is the farm that we use to get all of our emeralds, to buy other things from these villagers. Got clerics here, which actually have quite a few good trades. They've got redstone, got lapis, they got glowstone. Lately what I've been buying is bottles of enchanting. They also have ender pearls and some other things in there. Stonemasons are a new villager that they added in the village and pillage update. They're incredibly useful. They buy different kinds of stone. This one has regular stone. Some of them will buy diorite or andesite, and they sell quartz, which is huge. This makes quartz blocks renewable. You don't have to go mining for tons of quartz in the nether, so you can make a huge quartz structure. I've also got some other villagers over here. These are the ones that I use to get gear. They trade enchanted axes, pickaxes, shovels, weapons over here, swords and axes. This guy's the armorer. He's been zombified and cured a couple times, so it's cheap stuff. 1 emerald for helmets, boots. And these are, you know, kind of throwaway enchantments. What I do is I buy a whole stack of this armor, and I use a grindstone, take the enchantments off, and then I use books from the librarians that are up here. I have all of the best enchants in the game, and I have a personal library I'll run over and show you real quick that I kind of stock up on books. And most of these have also been zombified and cured for cheap trades. The mending for 1 emerald here was 10. It's pretty darn cheap anyway, but efficiency 5 for 1, you know. Great trades here. Most of these guys have been zombified and cured, so it's nice and cheap. Unbreaking 3, really good one. He had base 11, which is a great deal anyway, but I got him down to 1 as well. Power 5, Fortune 3, Feather Falling 4, all the good enchantments up here. and I have a store on the realm here that sells books to other members. So I use these guys not only for my stuff, but to sell books for other realm members to use. I'll run over here real quick and show you the library that I have. I really like this design, and this is kind of similar to a lot of my designs. It's a nice, simple, and clean look, and it's efficient. I've got different chests for all of the main enchants. This is sword enchants over here, pickaxe enchants over here, breaking, mending books. Over here we've got armor enchants, protection 4, respiration, and aqua affinity, depth strider, feather falling. Got bow enchants over here. Silk touch, fishing books, crossbow books, trident books. So that kind of gives you an idea of the system that we have with the villagers. And some of the other farms we have, this is one of my early farms that I made. Probably after that one, we were kind of hollowing this area out, planning on doing a different kind of a farm, and we started seeing slime spawning. So we kind of stepped back, put chunk boundaries on, and decided to make it into a slime farm. And this isn't even fully efficient. You can see that I have a big gap there. I don't have all the spawning platforms that I could have, and it just, it just pumps out the slime. Because this whole area is completely spawn-proofed. In any of the areas that I build and that I base, I'm meticulous about lighting up or slabbing the areas, so no mobs can spawn at all. So this whole area is pretty much spawn-proof, and that's why it's really efficient at pumping out things. Need to go along here and empty out some of these chests. As you can see, this one is completely full. Go ahead and make some blocks. Transfer these over real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'll show you some of the other farms I got around here. Start over here with Sugarcane Farm. This is a must-have for anybody. It's piston harvested, like the pumpkin and melon farm. Water takes it over to the collection area. And this is actually the first auto farm that Kawhi and I built together. And we have it going up here with a bubble column. Into this storage room, we've got a bunch of chests that collect it. And we've got a lot of supplies stored up, which is a good thing. As much as I go through rockets, it's nice to have a big stockpile of that stuff. Okay, I'll go over here and show you the Kelp Farm real quick. Looks like it just fired and it's harvesting. Another simple design, very similar over there. This is the Kelp Farm. Observers catch whenever it grows up, and it triggers the pistons and it fires them over. Kelp is amazing as a fuel source. These blocks right here, dried kelp blocks, are some of the best fuel in the game. Like I need to also transfer some of these over and make them into blocks. Probably need to put these in some of the furnaces around the base as well. It's been a little while since I put fuel in all my furnaces. Okay, that'll be good for now. Make sure that these guys have some back here. And these guys are getting low. Okay. And then probably be a good idea to go ahead and empty out the iron farm as well. Iron farm is right over here. I have it high up in the sky. You can kind of see it right there. This is a Doc M design he came out with a while back. It's pretty standard. A lot of people have this in their world, and it's extremely efficient. I'd say that about 500 ingots or so per hour is what this output is for one of these things. About 2 golems every 30 seconds. And you can see what kind of output it's been, a couple days that I've been playing on here that I haven't emptied it. This is the kind of output that we get on it. It's amazing. It's a great farm. Everybody should have an iron farm in their world. These things are not that difficult to set up, really. This one uses 6 villagers. And what I have for all these poppies is I have kind of an auto bone meal system. just have a chest that hoppers down into a composter, automatically bone meals it, and then collects a bone meal over here. So instead of just throwing away these poppies and get some use out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of this iron into blocks, and then I will be right back. Okay, we got quite a few iron blocks out of that. I'll go ahead and throw them over here into the storage. And it looks like we're maxed out on this storage. One thing that I like to do whenever I run out of storage in chests is start using shulkers to maximize the storage capacity of the chests rather than just throwing up more and more double chests. You can see in a lot of my storage chests, I will have shulkers that are full of that item, and I just kind of stack them in the first few slots. So it looks like I need to get another shulker here and do that. I can kind of give you an idea what I'm talking about here. Got a bunch of shulkers of just stone on top of just a bunch of stone here. In a lot of these chests I have something similar. Golden carrots is my main food source right now, and that is also a farmer trade. The best food source in the game for saturation and for hunger as well. I think steak gives you a little bit more hunger bars, but the carrots give you more saturation. And I eat pretty soon right after I lose some hunger, so the saturation is more use to me. And since I've zombified and cured them, it's 1 emerald for 3 golden carrots. So that is a good source that I use. And I have a pretty good stock up over here. And I got the same thing where I've got some shulkers that are full of them. I'm going to go ahead over and grab another shulker. I'm going to need to go to the inn before too long and stock up on some more shulkers, get some more elytra. I've been gifting some elytra to some players, and I don't know that I have any more backup sets of wings, so before too long I'm going to have to make an episode of going out to the inn cities and stocking up on some stuff again. So I'll go ahead and throw iron in the shulker here. Iron is just used in so many things. Main thing that I use it for anymore is in auto farms, using it for hoppers. But it's in so many different crafting recipes that you almost have to have an iron farm if you're making big builds, big farms in Minecraft anymore. Okay, that'll do. And then I will move on to the next farm that needs to be emptied. And that is going to probably be the auto sheep-shearing farm that I have over here. Run over here and check it out. The wool is a quite handy block in Minecraft. You'd be surprised in how many things that you use it in. I use it a lot to spawn-proof areas. This is carpet right here. I like to use different levels of light in my builds rather than just spamming everything with light to mob-proof it. I'll use slabs like I have in here, so it's the dark room and I can kind of just have the light of the end rod shining out rather than have it all lit up. And I use carpet as well. So I have an auto sheep shearing setup where I've got all of the different colors of wool that can be harvested. Got hoppers that dispense shears into the sheep whenever they detect that the grass block has changed states. And yep, this is about full up too. So I need to transfer some of this over into the heavy storage area for the wool. I'm going to do that and then I will be right back. Okay, got all that wool transferred over into the storage area, but before I leave this area, I kind of want to show you the banner making area that I have over here. These are a couple simple banners that I've made. I am from the US, so there's a United States flag. And then this is the simple banner that I've kind of made for myself, my banner. And it's supposed to be like a zombie head and just kind of blood rising up. And I have that as my cape as well, Optifine cape. Kind of see it there. I also have it as a banner design, just something simple. But since they added in looms into the game, it really makes making banners a lot more fun and a lot easier just to add layers onto it. if you haven't explored those mechanics, it'd be a cool thing to check out. One thing that you use whenever you make banners is patterns, and these are reusable patterns that are made from different blocks in the game. This one here is the rarest pattern in the game. You have to use a notch apple with some paper to make this banner, so it's extremely expensive. And the creeper charge is using a creeper head that you get by making a charge creeper, getting explode on a regular creeper, and then you make that. And that is the banner that I use to get mine. That's actually supposed to be a creeper head there. It looks more like a zombie head with the coloring I got on there. Okay, so I got one other farm that I want to empty before we head over to the build that I'm working on. We'll go up right over here to the second floor. And we have a massive bee area over here. Whenever the 1.15 update hit, Chaos and I went about 5,000 blocks away to make sure that we could find some bees. Got some hives and we brought them back. We started breeding them. And Kwai made this huge bee room up here. They used to be all manually harvested. But then we made these auto farms back here to collect honey and honeycomb for whatever we might need it for. Okay, this doesn't look like it's that full. It was harvested not that long ago. I can let that go. See what the honeycomb's looking like. Honeycomb is getting a little full, but we got another chest there, so I'll let it sit a little bit longer. Honey is used primarily in redstone builds, massive builds that use slime blocks and honey blocks. So now that we have done that, we'll kind of head over to the farm. And in this world, you know, we're extremely late game. We've got access to most of the auto farms that you have in the game. If I don't have them, then Chaos has a couple, like an ink farm, bamboo farm. There are a few that we don't have, and one of them I'm building right now, and it is a witch farm. So I'm going to head over to that site and kind of show you what's going on. It is a massive project that I've been working on for a while, and it's going to take a little bit longer. Okay, so all of our nether tunnels that we use to get around are right below bedrock in the nether ceiling. Just recently, I think it's with the 1.15 update, they made it so it's easy to get above the bedrock in the nether, so it's more viable to kind of transportation up there, but we still have it right below, and it works out great. And for the most part, I just kind of fly around to get around quickly. Originally, I had set up beacons here for speed. They're all set to speed 2 to get around quickly. But anymore, I just fly around and it makes it a lot quicker to get around. Real quickly, I want to give a shout out to a few of my YouTuber friends that have helped me out in starting my channel. A couple of them have actually made tour videos of my base and some of my builds on here. That's Septic, Spud, and Zeabruse. I'm going to link both of those videos down in the description, as well as HumanKhaos channel, whose realm this is. Let's hop in this portal and I'll show you what I'm working on now. Okay, so we're over here at the build site. Let me quickly go up to the staging area for this project and I'll give you an overview of what's going on. So as I said, this is going to be a witch farm. So I scoured this realm for 2 witch huts that were in close proximity of each other. You can see these little dots, these little blips here are both witch huts that are roughly about 200 blocks away from each other. And then the way that the spawning mechanics of this game work are that mobs will spawn around a player in a 128 block sphere. So by standing in the middle of these 2 farms, both of them will be loaded at the same time, pumping out mobs. And by having them be the only place in this area that is spawnable, it's going to be ultra efficient. And the way that I'm making everything else non-spawnable is by taking it all down to bedrock. Bedrock being a non-spawnable block. And the farms themselves right now are these encased in obsidian, so they're not being damaged by the TNT bombers that I'm using to do the bulk of the work here. As soon as I get this excavation done, I'm going to start building the farms themselves. You can see I'm doing quite a bit of hand mining too. I'm having to take it down to right around Y level 70 for the bombers to do their thing. And a lot of this area was a little mountainous, as you can see. So I'm using beacons to do the haste mining, and I have a wither skeleton farm that I'm using to get all of these beacons, and I'll show that off at one point. So on my next episode, I am going to show actually building the bombers themselves, showing them work, and finishing up this excavation in anticipation of building the farms themselves. I'd like to get your guys' feedback on if you like the shader that I'm using. It's not anything crazy. It just kind of enhances the default textures of Minecraft, gives lighting a little bit more, and gives the texture of blocks a little bit more pop. If you guys like how it looks, or if you think I should just switch to vanilla textures, if you could let me know down in the comments section, I'd really appreciate it. And if you like what you see, if you would consider subscribing, hitting that like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.